Bronte Tempestra crept silently towards her target. Her mission was simple: capture the villain. Her breath coiled in the cold air, slithering like a mist snake before disappearing. She raised her weapon slowly. She must not be seen. That was essential to her success. She could imagine the glory already. How, after she'd saved the school, everyone would cheer. The teachers would proclaim a half-day holiday in her honour, and the students would be so grateful they'd buy her presents and offer to do her chores, while the headmaster would award her a special commendation for exceptional bravery. Bronte leaped forward, striking with her weapon, and squelch! She fell face first into the mud. "Oh, feathers!" she groaned, dripping sludge as she sat up. The villain grunted loudly, as if he was laughing, and Bronte narrowed her eyes. Yeah, very funny," she said to the tufty pigling, "but I'll catch you eventually." She retrieved her weapon, in this case a harness, and shook off the worst of the mud. There would be no heroic celebrations for her today. "He is such a nightmare," Bronte said, looking over at Blue, her ice kitten, who was wisely keeping well away from the mud. "Honestly, how many times has he escaped now?" Blue huffed a puff of ice. "Exactly," Bronte said. "Too many." Despite it being Sunday, Bronte had woken early in a futile attempt to catch up with some of her homework. But before she had even begun to write her essay, hobgoblins, friend or foe, she'd caught sight of the fiendish boar trampling through the vegetable gardens. The battle boars at Sir Sebastian's were mainly fed clouds, but they really would eat anything. Ice, seaweed, prickles, sapphires, mudroot, anything. Pig was no exception, and he was also incredibly greedy. Vegetables might be way down his list of favourites, but they were still food. Bronte had felt certain she could catch Pig and return him to the pens before he ate all the vegetables, and so had hurried out into the chilly winter morning. But Pig clearly had no intention of being deprived of his very big breakfast. "Honestly, you'd think you'd be nicer to me after I saved your life," Bronte said to him as she trudged across the field. "If it weren't for me and Blue, you'd be one of Ackley's monsters. And I'm certain he wouldn't be feeding you treats." Bronte drew closer to where Pig was munching a very large mouthful of carrots and parsnips. "If you come with me," she said, "I'll bring you some leftovers from dinner. Crispy vine leaves, stuffed with sweet paste and berries." Pig eyed her suspiciously, chewing slowly. Bronte crept closer. "And if you're very good, I'll crush some ice cubes on top, like sprinkles," she promised in a sing-song voice. It was enough. Pig allowed her to slip the rope halter over his tusks and around his head. Crushed ice was his absolute favourite. "See?" Bronte asked, breathing a sigh of relief. "Was that so bad?" Pig replied with a massive burp. "Charming," Bronte groaned. Boar belches stank. "Come on," she said to Pig and Blue. But they had only taken a few steps before Pig squealed loudly and bolted, stampeding through the vegetable patch and dragging Bronte behind him. "Whoa!"